is hard as hell. United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Watch my lips, and I will spell. Cause they don't just play, but they can rap as well. Liverpool FC.
My idea was to build Liverpool into a bastion of invincibility.
Okay, welcome to another episode of the Anfield South podcast. It's me, as always, your boy, Slim. Come on. And today, with us, we've got Sam. What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was like,
Boy,
suck the air out of the room.
Deep breaths, man.
Shit, brother. Wow.
Yeah.
And of course, we got Pastor Stu in the building.
What's happening, guys?
What's going on? Ah, boys, let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. Obviously, just seen Everton, Liverpool, Merseyside derby. We obviously went into it on the back of that heavy defeat against Villa. So obviously, I don't know about the rest of you, but there was slight nerves for me because obviously, you know, once you have a big defeat like that,
Yeah.
But you know, Everton haven't beaten us in 10 years, so I was kind of like, this is a game we should and must win.
Mm-hmm.
As we all know, final score is 2-2, man. But I think we're gonna have to break it down from the start to the end because there was a lot in this game. Sam, let's talk about the start of the game. Let's talk about the lineup first and foremost.
Lineup. Yeah, what I expected. If anything, I thought he'd have gone with tried and tested in midfield. So I'd have thought Ronaldo would have played, but I can see why he played Thiago. And yeah, Thiago didn't let us down. So yeah, generally happy with the lineup. But obviously the keeper gives me the jitters, so that was at the back of my mind. But yeah,
I think for me there was one thing about the lineup that I didn't want to see, and that was I didn't want to see Firmino start. I actually wanted to see him come off the bench. He was the last person back from international duty, and I just figured a little cameo would have been good for Firmino. I wanted to see Jota start, to be honest, but it wasn't to be. Lineup was good for you, Stu?
I think I was talking to Sam a bit earlier. I was saying the same thing. I think that's probably Klopp's biggest decision now is what to do with Firmino. I was saying if I was him now, I'd probably take him out the spotlight a little bit, let him get his confidence going in training and whatnot, and just ease him in, bring him on for, as you say, little cameos.
Well, we started the game well though, didn't we? We started well. I mean, Robertson and Mane, they were like one in the same, man, like two peas in a pod, and we get what we really wanted was a nice early goal. I mean, yeah, man, talk to me about the first goal, man.
Just first we'll just pick up on that Robertson Mane point. You can tell that Robertson missed him because their understanding is really good and it's really important to the way we play.
Do you agree with me that they've got the best partnership on the field?
Out of Liverpool players? Yeah, that left-hand side, I see that as one of our strong points. When we attack there, I expect things to happen.
And they did happen today, man. Yeah. I mean, Mane gets his goal. Lovely, like, passing the move, man. Like, old school Liverpool groove, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. It's one off the training ground for me, sorry, Stu.
No. I was going to say, just picking up on your point about the two of them like being in tandem with each other as well. It's not only just going forward, it's what happens at the back as well. Like, I think someone was saying earlier, with Trent on the other side, even though we know Salah's not going to come back, but normally there's like Trent has cover for him, but you guarantee Mane and Robertson are bombing forward together, tracking back together. So the connection between those two is it's great, and like I said, get the first goal from it nice and early, first few minutes in the game. I'm thinking, come on lads, let's fill your boots here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
1-0 up after that heavy defeat. You want a goal. You want it to kind of something to settle the nerves, and that's what we got.
Because we looked really good at the start. We looked like we came out the traps like a rabid dog, like, you know what I'm saying?
Klopp had been talking to him. You can tell Klopp had been talking to him, and they've probably been having meetings. Probably, I know they've been in international duties, but probably over WhatsApp and whatnot. Like, we've got to be up for this. This can't happen again. And I thought that showed.
Apparently, Klopp sent them all a lengthy text message. Yeah.
I heard that on the commentary.
Yes, me too. And obviously, he said what he said, and it's obviously works, man.
Definitely,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think, like, not to go back on the last game, I think everyone will just know that was just, it's 2020, mad things are happening in this year. and that was just one of them mad things that happened.
Is that what you're going to put that down to? An
Yeah,
anomaly,
it
yeah?
was.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's football. Like, things happen in football, innit? Do you know what I mean? The best get beat, you know what I mean? So, it happens. But, yeah, like I said, come out the traps. We're doing well. 1-0 up, man. And then, man. I don't understand why VAR has to be the centre of attention, man. Seriously, man. It's just like a petulant child, VAR, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the hell, man? I mean, first of all, the ball goes in and we have the whole thing of the offside, which I didn't think it was offside, but it's the whole offside debacle. I mean, really, like, we're going to start using people's sleeves and that now. Like, I knew that was the rule.
Yeah.
But I never thought it would have. Yeah.
It's
it
mad
is,
petty.
It is, isn't it?
There's no need for it. It's like the game was alright previously the way it was. It's like the referee's refereeing it, linesmen are refereeing it, and then someone else is refereeing it.
Yeah.
So we're having to kind of re-referee games, and it's long and it's petty, and it no one knows where the boundaries are. Like, what can you go back to? What can't you go back to? And that's what's annoying me.
I have to admit, I was a VAR. Like, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be alright, man. It should be good, man. It should be decent. But I think it's too involved now, man. But you know what? Fair dues. It was offside.
Yeah.
But what I need you to explain to me, Stu, is what happens after that, because that is beyond me.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people were saying Pickford, like, he avoids the red card because the offside's given. But now you've got referees saying that's not actually the case. I think, I don't know the referee's name, but
Peter Wharton, that was on the
BT
commentary,
Sport.
yeah.
But he was saying after the game, he said, if it happens before the referee blows his whistle, he gets a red card for dangerous play, like serious dangerous play or whatever it is.
Yeah.
If it happens after the whistle, he can still get sent off for violent conduct.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hence why we've seen people being sent off after games. I can't remember who got sent off recently after a game.
Reece James got sent off for England recently.
Yeah.
Slaven Bilic got sent off for West Brom.
Yeah.
So you can send people off after the whistle.
But where do they apply it though? Like, there's like you mentioned some instances where they apply it, and this instance they haven't applied it. What's the ruling? It's like we're all in the dark about that.
And I don't know why VAR haven't said, if that is the rule and you can do it, why haven't people at VAR said, look, that's a bad challenge. I mean, the referee's seen it anyway.
It's a clear and obvious error from the referee, isn't it? Like, so surely they should be in his ear saying, look, mate, you need to go and look at the screen and see this because you've had a howler. And then, like you said, if they've got the power to do it after the whistle, surely he's looked at it at half time. Yeah. Surely he's gone in this room and thought, I missed one there. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's just crazy. That is,
and that would have changed the game for us. They'd have been down to 10 men, and it could have been more comfortable.
Don't even get me wrong. It's probably not even takes him to half time. The fourth official is saying in his ear, like, I've seen that back, and you missed it there.
Yeah. It's not for me to make. Obviously, it changes the game. I'm not really fussed about the game changing in that sense. It's just a really bad tackle, and you can't have tackles like that in a game of football. It's just not fair. Like, it's not right. Like, just to fast forward quickly, when Robertson had his challenge, when he went down, I thought he was a goner there because he kind of kicked out a little bit. Yeah. And had he have gone, I would have been really angry at Robertson because he kicked out. So regardless of whether it makes the game easier for us or whatever or not, that's a fucking shocking tackle. As a professional to another professional, that's really bad. Yeah. And then on top of it, for VAR not to catch it, it's just like a kick in the teeth, man.
On top of that, how long is Van Dijk going to be out for?
There you go then.
Our best defender.
There you go. Then we have that worry at first, because he really looked like he was in pain when he went down, didn't he?
Yeah, and I think like he went down holding his knee, like you think the worst, and then he's got up and he's walked around the pitch, and I thought, all right, maybe
that's the only
maybe
plus
a few
to
weeks,
it. Yeah, that he was actually walking, but
now. Like, I know it's only rumours still. There's no things.
Yeah.
But now there's rumours saying
the Twitterverse is
ACL,
toxic,
and
man.
He's going to be out for 7 months.
No, see, that's the Twitterverse is toxic, man. I just stay away from that.
I don't need to hear that.
I'm waiting for the official. Club statement.
But that's what I mean. Like, now you're seeing all these things and like saying it's his ACL. Like, I don't know. I've never done my ACL, so I don't know if you're still able to walk.
I don't think. Where's the ACL in the knee, isn't it? Yeah. He was more holding his shin, if I'm honest with you. That's what I thought. He was more. It was more the shin area, because like if this is his leg, Pickford sort of scissors him like that, more in the shin. But it could have tweaked to something in his knee because
I mean, that's another thing for the FA or whoever makes up these rules is like the level of protection keepers get when they come out. Because you see it all the time. Like what's Pickford's done there when they go up for catches, like their legs and knees are out.
Yeah.
And everything.
The thing is, I'm all for keepers protecting themselves like that. It's been in the game forever, but it's been in the game for a long period of time without these dangerous tackles. Keepers have been doing those kind of things, coming with the knee up forever and ever, amen, without injuring people. That was just reckless from. Excuse me, man. My throat's going. There was a lot of screaming today's game. That was just reckless from Pickford. He realised he was not going to make it, so he just rushed out, rushed of blood to the head, and that's the result of it, man. But just seriously, man, wasn't happy. So obviously we lose Van Dijk. Gomez has to come on, and in the reshuffle, Everton get a corner, and I mean that was the worst time to concede a corner. What I'm a little bit upset about is in the build-up is Thiago loses the ball in midfield, which causes them to have sort of like a counter-attack, which then leads to the corner. And he didn't really need to lose the ball. I think, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, he went down looking for a foul, I think. Yeah. So that's what you get when you come from the Bundesliga, innit?
Yeah.
And that's probably his adjustment, him kind of getting used to the fact that them kind of things don't get given a foul around here. So, yeah,
exactly. So then obviously it leads to the corner.
Especially in the derby as well.
Yeah,
especially in the derby, you're not getting those
them
little
soft fouls.
Them little soft fouls. Yeah. I mean, you saw it when Everton players were going down, they were like looking around for free kicks, and it's like, nah, get out.
It's not happening, mate. Yeah, it's a derby. Welcome to Merseyside, mate. So obviously that leads to the corner, and then take it away, man. What happens from the corner, man?
Yeah, so corner gets swung in. Their defender isn't really challenged as much as I'd like, and then. But in saying that, I still think that a keeper, it was straight down his throat, and he's made a meal of it. He's gone through his hands. I think he could have done a lot better, and we're back to 1-1.
Yeah, his actual movement is actually like he's playing volleyball, like he's going for like the spike up.
Yeah.
I think that's what his
set it up.
I think that's what his intention was to push it over the bar.
Yeah,
but all right, Adrian's made a few high-profile mistakes last season, Atletico, and obviously against Villa he made some mistakes as well, blah, blah, blah. But isn't that a bit harsh on him to... A lot of people were saying he should have saved it.
I think he should have saved it, but then I think there's other things that we could have, like, as a team, we could have done better.
Yeah, definitely.
As you say, the Thiago not giving away the ball, not letting Michael Keane run free into position. Because there was actually two of them. There's Michael Keane and Mina, and they both found their way towards Adrian, which you expect. You expect Adrian. They know, like, he's low on confidence. You expect them to put him under pressure. So, if you know that, deal with it.
Yeah, or stop that happening in the first place by winning your headers. So he's not going to have that kind of a save to make.
So many teams are good on it. Like, block them off.
Yeah,
use your block. Like, stop them from making that run.
Commentators act like Van Dijk's the only one with an aerial presence. Like, I mean, I don't like it. The fact, like, they think, all right, he's gone, so now we can't defend. I mean, Matip's not.
Yeah.
No
lazy commentary.
Dwarf, you know, it is really lazy.
Lazy.
Neither is Gomez.
It's lazy.
They're not small defenders. Like, do you know what I mean? So they can get up in the air.
They've got presence. They've got stature about them. They're capable of dealing with it.
The commentators will have you believe that. Oh my gosh, Van Dijk's missing, so no one can head this ball for Liverpool in either box. Like.
I've got an issue with the commentators on Everton's second goal, but we'll get to that.
All right, cool, no problem. So obviously we're back at 1-1. But at this point, I don't know about you two, but I'm like a little bit pissed off because I thought we'd kick on and score a couple more. But I'm like, okay, it's early doors in the game. We're playing really well. We can get back into it.
I still thought we were comfortable.
Hell yeah.
There was only probably that one other incident where, they were off. No, he wasn't offside, but James overcooked the ball and Richarlison could have got in. Like, he split the defence. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, Lord. And then, like, obviously he overcooked it and it was like, okay, fine. That was the only time, like, I felt in that first half after they scored the goal, that was like, okay, yeah. Like, but we were comfortable. We
were.
were controlling that game.
We were, and we had another chance, didn't we? Mane had another chance. It was another link up between Mane and Robertson, and he opens up his body.
Oh yeah, just hit it wide. Yeah.
And then you got Trent, who had his free kick and brought out a good save.
That was a good save. Yeah,
good save from Pickford.
Yeah.
So
given the first half as it goes, we were on top, and we had the majority of the chances and good chances at that.
Definitely,
we still look good. Like everybody, just like I said at the beginning, everybody looked sharp. I think if you didn't believe, shouldn't have to say it, but if you didn't believe in Henderson, you believed in him after today. You saw
100%.
what he brought to the game, being in midfield.
I think it's what I was again saying to Sam earlier, but it's what other Sam said in the group. Is Henderson our most important player?
100% for me.
See, at the moment, I wouldn't say he is our most important. I think like Mane as well, because we lose a lot with Mane.
Okay,
yeah.
Influential.
But Henderson, he's the first name on that sheet. That doesn't mean you're the most important player, but he's that first name.
Definitely.
He's that first name on that sheet.
And I think what's good about him is that he always plays well, which is brilliant, but he drags others up to his standards. He gets other people playing well, and you can see it today. Like the midfield was more in tandem, passing was a lot more slicker.
And as I've said before, he dictates how the opposition play because of his like off the ball stuff. He dictates how the opposition play. We've seen like in like the last 4 games, Alan, can't even remember who the other players, Decore and whoever else they got in midfield. That midfield 3 they play.
Gomez,
running things. They didn't run anything today.
Yeah,
they were non-existent today. Everyone before the game was like, that's where it's going to be won and lost in that midfield.
Yeah. Well, we won it then, obviously, clearly.
But everyone was thinking, because of the previous game, it was, all right, we're not. Like, they're going to overrun our midfield. But you see, Henderson controls and like dictates how they play. So I think, like I say, I may not say he's our most important, but he's our most influential.
Well, I for one think he's the most important in terms of the team per se. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't get to Mane, Salah. We all know what they bring to the table, blah, blah, blah. But I think, like Sam said, what Henderson brings, he makes other people play to his level, brings them up. And I think, he's a big miss. Yeah. And just the whole, like, that's what was missing from the Villa game, was that press, that intensity. Yeah. And it's crazy because I did say it, and then Joe Cole actually in commentary, like in analysis, he broke it down before the game, and you could see against Arsenal, you could see Mane missing as well was a big deal as well. You could see like when they press players, it forces them to hurry with the pass, and the pass doesn't actually make it. Hence why we can play that high line because there's pressure on the ball, and it's not giving players the chance to look up and see. Whereas against Villa, it was just all like
passive.
And don't get me wrong, with the Villa game, even if Henderson plays in that game, I'm not saying we're going to win that. We might have still lost the game.
We don't get smacked 7-2.
We don't lose 7-2.
No, we don't get smacked 7-2.
Definitely no.
Because
it doesn't happen.
Like he's not letting you lose 7-2.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. We might lose the game. But not 7-2. I think he's a very key player for us, Henderson. And I said it before, I say it again, there's nobody in the team like him.
No.
And I'm not talking ability-wise, like his influence and all of that stuff. So, it was great to see him back today, man.
100%,
I was going to say, and don't get me wrong, because I think it's a bit of a myth with Henderson and his ability. Henderson has got ability.
Yeah.
Bags. Did you see that crossfield pass? He played to... He played to Mane. Was it Mane over the other side? Wow,
Henderson has got ability, but he knows when to use it, and he knows that he's got a different. He doesn't need to use his ability. He's got to use his other attributes in that Liverpool team, because there's other people who may have a bit more ability, but when needed, he will use his ability.
100%, yeah. No, he's a quality player. Again, I just think it's fans from other clubs that don't actually watch Liverpool, don't even actually watch Henderson, that come up with he's got lack of ability. You watch him, like, he's passing, long range, short range, he's tracking back, he's going forward. Even we'll get to the goal, but he's in the box to score a goal. So that tells you that it's all round game. You can't fault it. He's not the best midfielder, but he's up there.
Yeah, he is.
Definitely. Yeah. So cool. We go in at halftime 1-1, don't we? And I'm still thinking. We'll come out.
I'm positive. Yeah. I mean, we've seen before with Klopp, like halftime team talks. He gives them the team talk, and they come out come out firing, they come out hungry, and take the game to the opposition. And I thought that would be more of the same with that second half.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I expected Everton to come back, which they did a little bit. They came out a little bit, which you expect.
Yeah.
They were poor in the first half, so they had to come out and show, right, we're at home. And someone like Ancelotti is not going to let you rest
Definitely.
100%. I mean, yeah, you expect in any game you expect the opposition to have their moments, but especially in the Merseyside derby, you expect them to come out and
100%.
You know what I mean, and
especially at home, yeah.
Like, give Everton slight credit. Do you know what I mean? Because that boy Calvert-Lewin, I think they need to check his boots, man. Seriously, man. I think he's got springs under them, man. He's got a hell of a leap, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we come out. I think we came out a lot more passive in the second half than we did in the first half. I think it's like we took our foot off the gas a little bit in the second half. Do you wonder why that is?
Again, I don't know. I don't really want to give the opposition credit, but they came out in the second half. Everton came out. They played better in the second half. So it was probably like, okay, we're going to have to ride out these next. It's like what would happen in many big games. You've got to ride out, especially if the home team hasn't been playing well. You've got to ride out those first 10, 15 minutes.
Definitely. I think it's like you said, like Merseyside derby there, they're going to have some kind of period in the game where they're going to assert their authority and they're going to kind of take the game to us. And I think you expect that from away game. So I think a combination of perhaps, I don't know, we maybe thought that, I don't know, we done enough. But yeah, that's what I put down a slight drop to.
Man, well, I wasn't happy with the way we started the second half. I was sitting there, I was rather like getting a bit anxious, like, come on, like, let's create some chances.
What was your gripe with it?
It just wasn't, the tempo wasn't there. The slickness in the passing and the movement, it just wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? It was all very, okay.
Go through the motions.
A bit like that for me. And I just felt like we weren't creating enough chances, do you know what I mean, to trouble Everton at that point. Hence, how the second goal comes about. It's not necessarily a chance created for Mo Salah. It was... who did it come back off of?
I think a defender half cleaned. He cleared it.
There you go. Yeah, Mina. I think it was Mina. He half clears it, and it's just an instinctive shot from Salah. So for me, that really encapsulated my point that we didn't create much in that first 10, 15, 20 minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get the goal.
We're up again.
Let's talk about Mo Salah quickly, because I think there's a lot of things about Mo Salah. He's greedy, he's this, he's that, whatever. But whatever you think of Mo Salah, he is a top striker.
Yeah. And I think that chance, there's only one person it can fall to. There's only one person that's putting that away, because he's like, as you say, forget what everyone else says about him. He's a quick thinker. Like he saw that ball.
Yeah.
Like, he reacted before anyone had a chance to say chance.
Yeah, it's true, and you even know to do that or not. That's instinctive. You can teach it, but that's really hard to teach. Like, you see it and you saw the opportunity, like you said, and you just took a couple steps back, little volley, bang.
Lash.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lash. I think even in the celebration, you could see it was just a little bit nonchalant. It's like only
it's normal. It's normal.
I do that in training. As I said, I think as much as we all love Mane, if that chance falls to Mane on the opposite side,
you don't know what's going to happen.
Salah's more clinical. And like say, despite people say what they want, but them numbers don't lie. 100 goals.
Wow,
100 goals.
It
for
seems
Liverpool.
like he's only been here like just the other day. Like, do you know what I mean? It doesn't even like. What's it been? 3 seasons now? 3 seasons?
3 years.
3 years.
3 seasons. Yeah.
Wow. Mad.
What he's done, man. Like I say, man.
Before his goal, was there a Henderson chance before his goal, or was it after his goal? The half volley from the edge of the area.
Oh yeah. I think that might have been before his chance. Oh man, second half's a bit hazy, man. Do you know? And the second half's hazy all because of what happened at the end. You know what I'm saying? It really takes the shine off kind of what goes before. But we'll get to that. But yeah, Henderson did have a good chance. And what happened again?
Again, it's gone out, and then they've headed it will put a cross in, they've headed it out, and it's just fallen to Henderson on the edge of the box.
And he's hit it.
And he's just like hit it on the half volley, and it's just like not even. It didn't graze the bar, but it
Just
was
gone over.
just over. But if that was on target, Pickford's beaten.
Yeah.
But that's, to be fair, that's a lot of what we miss in the Liverpool team. Someone from midfield able to hit those kind of shots. And I mean, you get that from Ox when he can stay fit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We won't even go there. Do you know what I mean? But we need more of that. But
Definitely.
it depends on the position Henderson's playing. Usually he takes up more of that position on the right hand side, doesn't he? Because he sort of protects Trent, because of Salah doesn't have to come back, so he doesn't really get in those positions at the edge of the box often. But when he does, he can hit it.
But I've seen like when I've noticed when he plays, when he does do that, when we're attacking, he does tend to come into the middle. So he is on the edge of the box. It's only when like defending wise he'll like revert back out. Don't get me wrong, he does go on the outside of Trent a lot as well. But he's got, even though he does that, he's kind of like got that free role, if you know what I mean.
I think when it comes to the midfield three that we had today, I think Fabinho will always sit. Be the last man. He won't go ahead of the ball. And I think between Thiago and Henderson, they have the license to get forward. But obviously, not necessarily both of them at the same time, if you know what I mean. Because
I think if they do, then I don't think they. Maybe it's an age thing as well with Thiago, but they don't expect Thiago to get back because they know Mane's going to help. Help Robertson
down the left side.
But, again, going back to Henderson, he's got an engine.
Mane's engine's crazy as well, man. That guy's just got bags of energy, man. Bags and
Definitely.
bags.
He's up and down that wing. And you miss him. Like today, see him playing, you actually, you know what, really miss what he brings to the team. And I think it's going to be kind of hard for like Jota to come in, and it's no kind of fault on him, but just Mane and Robertson, that left hand side is. It's sewn up, man.
That's like batting your bench right there, boy. Bread and butter right there. It's crazy.
But then, like I say, if you rest Firmino, Mane goes down the middle, then Jota's going to have to come in on that left.
Well,
I'd be reluctant to see that happen just because of that Robinson, Mane, and just from we got 7-2 to today, we should have won.
Okay. So
that's
do you put Salah in the middle?
If you do.
And I'm glad you said, because I was saying before the game that I want to see Jota start on the left, and I was saying because for Portugal he scored a good couple of goals, and I see him, he makes the same sort of runs as Mane does, Jota, from what I was watching, and I was like, put Jota on left, Mane could go down, but when I actually saw it, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I don't want to like jump ahead, but the third goal just backed up why I don't like Mane down the middle, but we'll come back to that, because there was a couple of other chances in it. There was the Matip header. Was that a 2-2? I can't remember if that was a 2-2 or 2-1. I can't remember.
No, that's at 2-1.
To be fair, it was a good save. Pickford made a good save there.
Pickford had a couple saves before that, didn't he, as well? But I'm going blank, bro. I'm so
there's one part of the game that I'm just fixated on.
We're gonna get there.
You made a good couple of saves for someone who wasn't supposed to be on the pitch.
That's true.
100%,
but he was there, and like, credit where credit's due, innit? That was like, I thought when Matip got up, boy, that big long giraffe neck. I thought, go! And then just see Pickford with his dinosaur arms, boy, like raw. But he managed to get there. So, like, kudos for him, man. And that's at that point, I was starting to think, like, it's going to be a draw, man. Pickford's having one of those days. He's lucky to be on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? He's pulling off these mad, worldy saves. Do you know what I mean? And then flipping, man. Their second goal, man. Let's talk about Everton's second goal, because I am fuming, absolutely fuming with Trent Alexander-Arnold. I am fed up, with his poor defending. Like, this kid is absolutely amazing going forward. There's nothing you can say about him going forward. His crosses, his free kicks, his energy is amazing, but going back, he just seems to have these momentary lapses in concentration, and it's pissing me off because they're costly. If it's going over his head or it's going inside of him, like, he's relying too much on that pace, maybe, thinking that I can get there. So the way I understand it is, if he's up faces up the left winger, yeah. If then the opposition's left back starts to go on the run, he now tracks that run, and Mo Salah, who does actually get back, or Henderson if he's there, then stays with the person on the ball. So please explain to me, how does Luca Dean cross that ball? How?
I think it's probably more the way we've been playing lately. He's been given the license to go up, and like Henderson's helped him out. And this season it seems a bit different. Like teams putting us on the back foot, and like Henderson can't really help him out, or whoever's that right side of midfielder can't really help him out as much. And he's just got to start thinking more defensively. He's got to have his defensive head on.
He needs to find that cat, man, because seriously, man, like you could see, Stu, that he sees the run from Digne. He sees the run, but he kind of like thinks, I don't need to yet. And then by the time he decides to go, the ball's already gone past him, and Luca Digne's got the freedom of the part to look up and put a cross in.
Yeah, he does. It's with his defending, the defending side of his game, he's reactive instead of proactive.
Yeah, 100%.
So, like you say, it's like it can help you sometimes. Maybe it is the high line we play that he has to react, and he can't, because if he's proactive, then he risks.
No, I'm not going to give him that excuse.
No,
because
I'm just saying,
I know you're playing devil's ad kind of thing, but I'm just saying the line's here, and Trent's here. Do you get what I'm saying? He's not in line with his line. If he was in line with his line in that instance, he matches Digne stride for stride, and there's every chance that he blocks that cross or makes it more awkward. Then it's not such a good cross.
Yeah.
And I think that's my frustration. Somebody was trying to say in the group, that I'm trying to blame the whole thing on Trent. Nah, that's not the case. I'm not blaming the result on Trent, because we all know there was higher powers working against us today. But I feel in that situation, he could have done better.
Yeah.
And if he does better, then that outcome is not necessarily the same. Like the way I look at it, there's no Van Dijk back there.
Yeah.
There's no Alisson, so you're thinking if it does come in, Ali will come, he'll clear it out. There's no Alisson back there, so you have to be
definitely
more on job.
100%. Like as a defender, like that Adrian's not there, Van Dijk's not there. Everyone's got to do a bit more to see us through this while they're injured until they can come back. And like I said, he kind of seems to take the defensive side of his game for granted. Like other people might do it, or someone else will sort it out. But you've got to. This is your third season, so you've got to assume that responsibility. Whereby I need to step up because my team are really missing some important players, and it's up to you to kind of just help out in that way.
Yeah, and I think in previous seasons this is where Gomez has helped him out, because Gomez comes out, covers. Gomez will cover those balls, and Gomez wasn't playing in that position today. Like it was Matip, and you don't really see Matip on out
going out into those channels. So that's even more of a reason for Trent to be like, okay, I haven't got my usual centre back next to me who usually covers and comes out in, because Gomez is comfortable coming out into those channels. Because obviously his time playing at right back, so he's quite comfortable doing it. Matip not so much. So that's even more of a reason for Trent to be like, let me get my head on here. He lets that ball go in, man, and like, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't see many crosses coming in from Robertson's side.
No. No, that's a good point. Yeah, they don't.
And if Robertson can get forward and back, and still assist, I mean, he obviously helped with Mane's goal. Do you know what I mean? Why can't Trent do the same?
Yeah, no, it's something he's got to work on. It's definitely something he's got to work on. Especially like we said, like defense is looking a bit stretched. Could be even stretched even more if Van Dijk.
Am I giving him a bit too much bail in saying he's still probably 2 weeks off of the fitness Robertson is, because he had those 2 weeks out as well? I'm
glad you said it. That's how I feel. I feel this season he's not, like, obviously the season's only like 5 games old, but he's been shocking this season for me. Like he's not in the sense of he's not reached the levels that he was at last season, and I think that might be a good shout. What you're saying there, Stu?
Yeah, because he was injured at the start of the season, so he's missed. Or so in the pre-season, so he's 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks behind everyone else in terms of fitness. But as you say, if you're in the team, that's where, again, he's young, So maybe as he gets older, that's where your maturity comes in.
Can we throw the young card at him, given the fact that he's been a mainstay in the team for the last how many years?
Think after 3 years, man, you've got to be expecting more from him. You've got to be expecting him to kind of like understand.
Just trying to shoot. Trying to shoot the guy a little bail, but
No,
I don't know. It's just
You got to think we're champions, man. We've got to set them high standards. Like we didn't get there with like people letting runners go and crossing it in. We got there because everyone's on it, everyone's focused, everyone knows their role.
Yeah.
So
Sam's just echoing what I'm thinking and saying, man.
But then, like I say, every young player is going to go through that little bad patch anyway. So
but I just feel like
it's happening too often for me.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I get people make mistakes, people switch off, but it's just a reoccurring theme with Trent for me.
Do you know about switching off in a Merseyside derby of all things? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. And I just feel like,
I mean, he's from them ends. He knows what it means.
Exactly,
he knows,
he's Liverpool born and bred. Like,
I'll try to find an excuse. Maybe it's like
no. It's good to kind of give us the other side. But
I'm just saying, like maybe like being from there, like the pressure as well. So he wants to win, but
nah.
I'm not saying I don't agree with you guys.
I just feel like if for me, right, if I'm playing a game and I feel like I'm tired, blowing, or my fitness isn't there, then my priority would I'd sit.
Yeah.
I'd sit. I wouldn't
Definitely.
do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
My rule is for myself is if you can't get back, then don't go forward. That's my rule personally, and I'm sure they probably think along the same lines. So if his fitness isn't there, he should either not start or come time in the game, just relax a little bit, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Game management, you're gonna say exactly. There you go, which he has. So yeah, I was angry at the fact he let the cross go in, man. And then someone said to blame Gomez. Looked at Gomez and what he did at the corner, but I personally didn't see anything wrong with what Gomez done. If anyone can tell me,
I didn't see anything, and I think with that goal, Calvert-Lewin's done what any decent striker. And any decent striker on form is going to do. You're going to pull on to the fullback in those crosses.
because he's then one, he's ahead of him, and two,
He's got a whole goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fullbacks don't really
Yeah.
jump and defend.
That
you know what I
back
mean?
post thing is really difficult for a fullback to defend.
And then, as I say, and Digne's done what every decent fullback's going to do, putting across, and he's missed out the two central defenders.
The way Calvert-Lewin gets hang time, I don't think the cross needs to be like Trent quality.
Yeah.
It just needs to be hung in the air.
Yeah,
The guy is a fucking salmon,
yeah. I haven't seen anyone have hang time like that since Les Ferdinand.
bro.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy the way he hangs.
And
Mad
even
leap on
the
him.
other Everton player, Cahill.
Yeah.
Because he had it. He
was good at it as
he
well.
wasn't
Yeah.
he wasn't like a big guy. Even
Yeah,
though.
it was-
But yeah, I haven't seen any like as far as strikers. I haven't seen anyone that can stay up in the air like that since Les Ferdinand.
It's
The
I was
throwback.
just-
He's probably a throwback striker to
Yeah.
like them big dunk.
That's it. And
Yeah.
who's at the club? He's big dunks there in the
Training
backroom
him so you can
staff.
tell. Yeah.
And the things, go on.
No, so I was going to say, even when you look at it, he's actually muscled Robertson. Like he's got his body there. Robertson's all twisted underneath him, and he's like, "You're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like you're not even going to have an attempt to jump."
That's
with
training.
Me.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like, someone big
And
dunks told to me. You know
yeah.
what? Once you just pull up to the fullback and just hold him back, use your arm, you just use your body, hold him back, and like
Make it
just
awkward for him.
Hence why you have to stop the
Yeah.
blood clot cross.
definitely
Yeah.
100%.
Because you've got to know your opponents. If that ball comes into the box, Calvert-Lewin can leap.
Danger.
And they would have analysed Calvert-Lewin and they would know what he's about. Stop the cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing maybe with the Gomez thing is, again, I could be wrong, because I think Matip had Richarlison. Maybe Gomez could have been a bit more
Tighter.
Tighter.
But I kind of agree with you. Gomez maybe could have done more to put Calvert-Lewin off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jumped with him,
Yeah.
sort of with him and into him, because we know defenders get the benefit of the doubt more often than not. So he, you know what I mean? He could have, like, just to put him off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If he sees Gomez up there as well, he might be thinking, oh shit, I'm going to get clattered or whatever.
Just make him think a bit when that cross is coming in. Yeah.
As opposed to being able to, I'm waiting for the ball.
Yeah, I'm there, back
But
stick.
yeah, like I said, I don't want to be too harsh on Gomez, because I think actually when he came on, I thought the two centre backs were decent.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it. I think the pairing was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I think they did really well. I think it's a big shadow, Van Dijk
Definitely,
shadow, isn't it?
definitely,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? So
Huge
could you
boost to
imagine
feel.
being Gomez after the Villa game, like, and everything that was said about you in the press, and you know he knows what was said and stuff like
Definitely.
that. They come on after like a few minutes and think, oh shit.
Yeah, no, and I gave a good account of himself. I think, yeah, I mean, Matip and Gomez as a pairing, I don't remember them starting a match together. They've probably done it in training, but to start a match together, I thought they did all right.
Matip had a good game.
Yeah, because this I think goes back to the Van Dijk injury as well. Because if Van Dijk doesn't get injured, what minute did they score? 84th.
81st, I think.
81st.
Does that?
Matip goes off, and Gomez comes into that position. If that same ball goes over.
You think there would have been a substitution by then?
Yeah.
You think so?
I don't think Matip would have played the whole game.
Seriously, I don't know if he would have changed the centre backs. To be fair,
I like your point about Van Dijk, because I think if Van Dijk is there and Calvert-Lewin's jumping against Van Dijk, then yeah.
Well, just to go back to the beginning, did you not see the challenge Van Dijk did? Was it on him or was it Richarlison?
Yeah, it was on Richarlison.
Yeah, but did you see the intensity Van Dijk was coming with in the first few minutes?
Yeah.
It was very aggressive. It's very like,
On it, yeah.
I'm
this is
here,
my
innit?
game,
Like,
yeah.
you got to get through me type shit.
Yeah.
So,
And he's not normally that aggressive.
no, he's not.
Like, he's normally, just brush you off kind of thing.
But he came with full purpose and intent today, did Van Dijk. So maybe that goal doesn't happen if he's in the middle. But we can't if buts and maybes. He weren't there.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that I personally believe would have stopped that goal from going in is if we stopped that cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop it at source. I'm always a fan
Yeah.
of stop things at source.
Yeah.
Don't let it come in.
That's it, man. That's exactly it. I mean, worst case scenario, even if it goes out for a corner, do you know what I mean? At least we can set and, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so they fucking score in it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's 2-2 in it, and at that point, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm just like, fucking draw. It's just the best that we can hope for. Like, after given the fact of how well we played, like, I was a bit pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Richarlison thing happens. I mean, what, like, again, forget Everton Liverpool for a minute, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
As I said, the referee's blown the whistle as well.
a fellow professional,
Which,
like,
see, if that happens, again,
but that's another kick in the teeth.
for the first one.
Exactly,
'Cause
that
the
was
referee's blown
another
his
kick in the
whistle,
teeth.
But yeah, you can still send you off for that tackle.
That is another
So-
kick in the teeth. It's double, like, that's what I'm saying. There's mad double standards. Like,
Yeah.
Wasn't there a foul before that? It was
Yeah,
a foul before that.
that's what the ref blew for. The ref blew for the foul before
on
that.
Mane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ref blew for the foul before that, and then that challenge happens after. I think, the Referees Association, whatever the fuck they're called, they owe us an apology.
100%. No, 100%. Because like, we don't know who's accountable. Because the ref, you'll look to the ref, and the ref will go, "Oh, I'm only taking orders." But who are you taking orders from? Who's accountable? Who's making these decisions that are bizarre and that just make no sense to nobody?
It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I think, like, for me now, I'm thinking to myself, it was a decent game, yeah, from both sides. Let's say, yeah, obviously we bossed it, but Everton played their part, and I think now the biggest talking point from the game is VAR and the refereeing decisions. And you don't want a game of football having to be about refereeing decisions and VAR, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, they owe us a hell of an apology, but yeah, stupid tackle from Richarlison, man.
Yeah.
Like, he could have broke Thiago's leg.
Yeah, and again, it's another one that could put Thiago out.
Yeah, they're saying that. Yeah, he's injured. So
And what the hell? Like, Thiago had such a wicked game.
Yeah.
Wicked game.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know much about Thiago before he came to the club because I'm just ignorant. I don't watch any other football other than the Premier League. But I could see what everyone's talking about today, man. He was like, I have to quote in the man's phrase, yeah. To quote Savage Dan, he was the metronome in there.
Yeah.
Just like,
And he's got that one move. That one move where he just like does this little jink and then he's gone. And you think,
he'll drop
he's-
it so
he's going to do it. It's even when I think the ball was coming out wide to the wing, and he looks as if he was going to turn to go back towards our goal, and then he's like gone, like little jink. He's like little turn of the hips.
that's what
The stem Brazilian hips.
that's what I like about him. He's not just like your Fabinho, who's a tackle and pass the ball. He can actually go past players. Like, he's actually sick with it to go past players. And yeah, man, he was having an excellent game.
That little
for me,
jink
man.
is like the old Beardsley jink.
Yeah.
It's like you know it's coming, you know what he's gonna do, but it's like
do?
you're
doing
not-
it is stopping it is a different thing.
Yeah. No, amazing game. But like I said, silly tackle from Richarlison could have ended a man's career. Like, it was just not necessary. And then doing all that fucking high rolling on the floor, like you're not.
Yeah,
Like
it's exactly what you did, innit? Like you were the one that come off worse.
You know what I mean? Like, shut up, fuck off, man. Get off the pitch, man. You know what I'm saying?
And it's another thing. Oh no, I suppose he's a fellow Brazilian, but I know Thiago plays for Spain, doesn't he?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe that's it as well. A little
dig.
little dig.
I fuck with Richarlison, man. You know what I'm saying? The nose the size of fucking Spain.
Definitely. Take your 3-game ban, man.
Sit down. But yeah, that was a super tackle, man. Like, do you know what I mean? So then obviously we got numerical advantage, but minutes are scarce on the clock. And I'm thinking, are we going to carve out a chance? And then,
we did.
Mate, I don't know about the rest of you. I saw that pass.
Yeah.
And I didn't think Thiago was going to play that pass to Mane. I have to come back to it because when Jota and Mane ran into each other, I have to remind me, come back to it. Yeah, I didn't think Thiago saw that pass, but he clearly did. And then, you could tell he's got the Brazilian in him, man, because he did a couple no-look passes today. You know what I'm saying? And then, no-look pass through to Mane, and then, great pass for Mane, and great finish from the capo, man. Not great finish.
It was a bad mistake.
It's a bit of a scuff, And
it was a bad mistake from the keeper.
But I think that's calm for Pickford.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? That's just like,
Yeah, it was.
You shouldn't be in there, you know what I mean? So he should have saved it. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm running around screaming my lungs out, hence my voice is like fucked.
Yeah, me too. I thought we won it. We should have won it. There's no reason for us not to win it.
Yeah. I was celebrating. I was in the first group saying yes. Like Captain Henderson, blah blah blah. I was just about to go into the other group where we discussed our pod, and I was about to say, I've got the score right. And I heard them say, we're going to VAR. I was like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I was like, what are they going to VAR for, mate? It was a perfectly good goal. Well,
I
didn't see what's wrong with it.
It was like the hair on his arm was offside.
This is why it's nonsense.
Absolutely nuts.
When you think about VAR offside in general, the offside rule was brought in to stop people goal hanging. So someone can't goal hang, someone can't clear it, and then a goal scoring an opportunity. To now, like, reduce it to like an armpit hair, a big toe. Get me? But a bit of a pot belly.
It's the sleeve.
But even now, like, isn't the rule still you can only be offside if it's a part of your body you can score with?
No, it's any. I think it's. That's what I'm saying. This season, it's the end of your sleeve. Yeah. That's why when you see Van Dijk's one, they take it from, because his arms sort of, I don't know if you can see me, guys, because his arms sort of out like this, they took it from his sleeve there. Yeah. That's why Van Dijk was offside. And it's just, with Mane, I think his arms might be slightly behind him is what they're trying to take it from. Like, I don't know.
It's a load of rubbish.
But even if you look at it, like, when you look at it, I tried to look at it close as well. I thought, all right, his arm's there, but some guy's butt is sticking.
You can see. On the far side, sort of.
Yeah.
It's just a load of rubbish. The sooner they scrap that, the better, because it's killing football.
Can you hear what we're discussing?
Killing football.
One man's butt sticking up, bro. Like you just said.
Instead of discussing a volley in the top corner or Salah strike, we're discussing man's armpit hair. It's dumb. This is what they've made football.
It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. I want them to go back to the rule of you can only be offside from any part of your body that you can score with. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So
I want them to go back to the old rule. Scrap VAR. If the referee, this linesman don't see it, that's it. Because VAR's making as much bad decisions as the linesmen were back in the day. Stop ruining the game. It's like even with the handball. Like sometimes you as a defender, you can't help when the ball hits your hand. Give them a penalty for that. Just ruining the game. It's just proper fuming. You got to think that's killed our confidence. Because that's a game we should have won. That's a game would have taken us back to the top. A game where, I don't know, City and Arsenal playing. They know Liverpool have won. A game where, like, we'd have killed Everton's momentum. Like, we've just beat them in a Merseyside derby. They're top. They think they're all this and they're all that. We go there. We beat them. All of a sudden, it's giving them a boost, and it's deflated us, and it's the wrong decision.
And that's the thing, man. Like, VAR was brought in to stop these wrong decisions and clear everything up on the pitch and to stop these conversations. He was offside, he scored an offside goal, and it's just made it 10 times worse, man. Like,
I think there's no accountability. Who do we blame? We can't blame the ref. Oh, I was told to make that decision from Stockley Park. Who's accountable?
The offside thing needs to be clear, doesn't it? It needs to be something clear, and so you can look and be like, yeah, okay, that was offside. Like, do you know what I mean? Whether it's your team or not, it's got too blurred now.
Yeah, but I think I was carried on watching BT Sport after, and I think it was Jermaine Gina said they've actually stopped the play.
Yes.
2 frames
after Thiago's kicked
the ball.
So if you go back a couple frames, he said, yeah.
If you go back a couple of frames, he's onside. Because you see where like Thiago's got the ball, like that. Can't even.
Yeah, like say this is the ball and that's Thiago's foot. The ball's actually on his foot, but they've actually got it when it's sort of like away from his foot. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's that's what I mean. It's the lines of the offside rule now are blurred. Before there was that clear daylight rule that they tried to bring in and stuff like that, and you know it's just getting.
It's just like I say, from where if you can't score with your arm, you're not offside.
It's true. I want to see them go back to that rule, mate. If it's not a part of your body you can score with, then you're not offside.
Yeah.
Because
although that didn't help us last season because they did at Villa Park. It was Firmino's armpit that was offside.
Yeah. There you go. That's another wrong decision, though. It's true. Yeah. Forgot about that as well, but I guess we won that game though, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's the demand. That's the demand.
But this year is going to be tight, and like every point's going to count. Like if you'd have told me a couple of seasons ago, 97 points, I was like, yeah, cool, I'll take 97 points. But we've ended up second, and like you don't know what the winning points tally is going to be this season. So,
well, that disallowed goal absolutely deflated me, and I picked up the phone and I rang Sam, the engineer, and I was like, I'm done with football.
Yeah,
man.
I was fuming.
I wanted to quit football, because I can't. If that's what I'm gonna look forward to of a Saturday, whatever time kickoff, and shit like that's gonna happen, I'm not up for it anymore, man.
Yeah. True.
Like that's ridiculous. Like you are like you said, Sam. It's killing the game. It's absolutely killing the game, man. It's a joke.
They're paid to kind of like we pay our good money to see like good decisions being made.
Well, they're fucking charging £15 a game now, aren't they? Like, fuck me, bruv. Like,
next week's game is £15.
Yeah. Who we?
Home to Sheffield United.
Sheffield United. Joke, man. It's like you pay the money. Like we want top standard officials. You ain't got not top standard, and you got to get out. Go back to the old way. Because like mistakes were being made, but it is what it is. VAR's coming. He spent all that money that could have gone on that project, whatever, and it's there.
Well, we won't talk about Project Big Picture. We won't even go there. No. Bad idea.
But I know what you mean about that. It could go to other things.
Yeah. I mean, the EFL are screaming for money. I mean, they're dying for money because obviously there's no fans in the stadium. And like you said, Sam, big money being wasted on VAR, employing someone down at Stockley Park to fucking draw lines on the pitch. Yeah. And they're not even getting it right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Seeing things that no one else is seeing.
That's crazy. So I guess, 2-2 full time. And as I said before we started, if you look in the grand scheme of things, a draw away to your fierce rivals is not a bad point. It's not a bad result. Do you know what I mean? But when you have the chances that we have and you do what we do in a game, you feel like a loss.
100%. Yeah. Like I said, I think this is going to boost Everton's confidence, where they should be coming off thinking, oh, it's a defeat. Like we played our hearts out, but we still got beat. They're going into the next game. You know what? We got a point. Like we proved that we can match Liverpool, and we're kind of the ones here deflated.
But do you know what? Can they actually hold their heads up high and say they matched us? They did all right, but matching us, I think that's a bit strong. Yeah, I don't think they were a match for us today. I just think
the result says that though. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. The psychology of it all.
Okay, fair enough.
The psychology, and like if we'd have beat them, that would have dented their confidence.
Yeah, fair enough. The difference between us and them was
no, we were better.
Apart.
We were better than them.
Calvert-Lewin is when you're in that purple patch.
Yeah,
you just
anything goes for you, man.
I mean, just to quickly go back to his goal. I mean, he heads that sometimes. If he heads that straight, Adrian saves that. But the fact he heads it down, that bounce kills Adrian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like I said, that's all good.
You're taught that to head down.
Proper textbook, across the keeper.
Yeah, back where it came from. Yeah. Head downwards.
I don't know, man. Bottom line is, for me today, we were robbed by awful officiating, mate.
It's proper disgraceful. It's just I mean, it feels like a defeat. Like I'm with you 100%. Like normally, if you told me like after that 7-2 defeat, I'd have taken a point today.
Well,
the manner of the game.
You were taking a point from before. You predicted 2-2 for today's game. You got it right. You're the only one to get it right. So kudos to you in that sense. But I mean, I wish you were wrong.
Yeah, no, so did I. I haven't been so pissed about getting something right in my life. That was just, especially what that would have done for us following that 7-2 beating. To come away against a team at the top of the league, and they were like this, that, and the other, and I just think psychologically that would have been a huge win.
Yeah, Stu, are you having this Everton top of the league type like? No. I'm gonna call like there's an account on social media that keep posting things, and one of the pictures they posted was Klopp handing the Premier League trophy over to Ancelotti after today's game. I'm like,
come on, innit?
They haven't got I mean, we've seen now they've got a starting 11. Mm-hmm. What have they got after that? You've got Gylfi Sigurdsson's coming on. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he's not like he was a starter like a few seasons ago.
Well, he was a big fish in a small pond at Swansea, isn't it? Since then, he went to a bigger pond, and he couldn't mix it in the medium-sized pond at Tottenham, could he?
Yeah. But like, even if you look at their bench, there's no one apart from Bernard. Apart from him, he's like the only other decent player. After that. There's no
That's
one.
the thing with that us winning today kills all that nonsense, kills all that Klopp giving the title to Ancelotti. Like, come on.
Don't get me wrong. I think Everton. There's always that one team that surprises people in the league every season. Everton could be that team this season, but I think they will fall away. Yeah,
they're all right, but like top 6. That's the height of their ambition. If someone's got a wild imagination, maybe the top 4. But apart from that,
Yeah, I'm not having them. I mean, look, this was their first test against one of the big boys, and they had to come from behind twice. Like, they came from behind, but do you know what I mean? They weren't bossing the game. Do you know what I mean? Like they have been doing. So, I'm not having all this stuff Everton title bullshit. No, I mean, as a city for like Liverpool, it'd be great to have both teams in and around each other. You know what I mean? So it'd be great for that. But other than that, footballing wise, they're nowhere near like our level or even City's level. So
I mean, you saw that in the first half. Like, from the gate, they went on it. Like, if you're gonna mix with the big boys, you got to be on it from the first
whistle. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, because on our proper, they should have been 10. They should have been from 10 men. You know what I mean, so I don't know. A little bit disappointing in the result, but hey ho. 1 point's better than no point sometimes. You know what I mean? And like I said, against your bitter rivals, away from home, you'll take that. So I think on to the next game then. Next game will be Champions League. It's the first Champions League game against Ajax. I'm not sure if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember.
Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday. So we'll be looking forward to that. And then I think we got, like you said, Sheffield United at home in the league
on Saturday.
On Saturday, really late, 8 o'clock. That game is a bit crazy. That, but hey ho.
Making us pay for it.
£15 if you want to watch it, boys.
Cheers, Sky.
Free Sky box office, but screw Sky, man. You know what I'm saying. But man, boys, that's it, man. That's our time, man. You know what I'm saying? Goes fast when you're ranting, having fun, innit?
It felt good to get a few things off my chest, but it feels like a defeat.
It did.
For me, man.
It did. But we live to fight another day. The Premier League season is still young, and I'm sure, we'll be back on top of our perch where we deserve in the next few games, isn't it?
It feels weird to say you only played 5 games in October.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we're about 8-9 games by now,
Just feels strange, like.
Yeah, this COVID situation needs to sort itself out, man.
They just need fans back in the stadiums.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. I've got my views on it, but I don't know why they can't have.
Bro, we can go and watch it in the pub. We can sit next to each other in the pub and watch the football, but you can't socially distance in fans in a stadium.
I even thought they could have one fan every third seat, every other row.
Yeah.
You
can have a third capacity at least.
Yeah, the plans are in place for them to have fans back.
Even if they just put in the season ticket holders first. Said, right, you do it by every third seat and every other row. That's where you sit. Like, you'll get fans in.
It could be done. the government just don't want to do it for some reason. But let's not even go there. Let's wrap this bitch up, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Alright, guys, listen. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like I always say, and I know you can see the socials and running across the bottom. So, man, hit that follow button. Do all that good stuff, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Come on, man. Support the ting. You know what I'm saying? But as always, I've been your boy Slim. You know what I'm saying? Sam's been with us today. Wow.
Peace out.
Oh, sorry, people, my voice, man. It keeps going high, man. You know what I mean? And Pastor Stu in the building. Yes.
Amen.
All right, until the next time, guys, man. We'll see you soon, man.